Hello, hello, here we go. So we said we would look at jute truck. What's the roadmap? Right, third axle. Wow, wow, we were. Wow, 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 wow. Why did I write that down? I'm an idiot. Only joking. So I think third axle wise, if we look here, we want truck or one covered really, don't we? This is the main config in wheeled. Whilst I was saying config, I typed config for some strange reason. So I'm going to turn the volume down on. Excuse me. Ooh. The gear stuff might be in the base. Let's just check. I think looking at that it is. And it is. I think we still have like these attachments to do yet, don't we? Shall we do that now? Yeah, no. So if we go up, there it is. Damage on chassis, remember that for later on. You just add them in there. I've taught you well, same as what you did in the door. We'll do it, don't worry. We'll be doing lots of things. I mean, by now, you've got your vehicle in game, let's face it. Probably having a little trouble with the weights, it bouncing or whatever in server. Just be careful. Usually adding more weight gets rid of the bouncing rather than taking it away. Like I said, there's no Bible for that. They did say that Workshop would show you everything, but it never did. Guess they moved on to Armour 4 instead. Pressure by speed. Look at all the braking stuff, and can mess with aerodynamics, drag efficiencies. So drive 642 is where we're going now. So we're going to take all of this, all of it here. We're going to take all of that. Excuse me a minute. Trying not to lose. So I've been doing a bit of messing, so I've got to. Somebody had a problem with something. I was just checking that it wasn't my end. It wasn't. If you're watching, that's proof. I do check when people ask me. Right, so in our own config now, we have our base stuff that's set up for four-wheel drive. What we're going to do now, we can still inherit from our stuff above, but we're going to change everything down here. It's a bit annoying, I must say. Must be when the anyway. So we're still inheriting here, so we'll drag down what we need and we'll eliminate what we don't need, and the fact we've inherited will replace it. So now everything we change within these brackets will override what the base has, which is good for us. So now this truck B is set up as a drive 642 instead of all-wheel drive, which we were using before, because we only had 2 axles, if you remember. Now we're going to add a third axle, and in order to do that we have to add quite a lot of stuff. You'll be surprised to hear. Now we must also remember here that it's not truck wheel we're using, it's JAT. I think that's how we terminated terminator. That was the term we used. Totally wrong. I'll have to now find out what the slot name is. Well, I thought that's what we just did. In fact, we did, didn't we? I just fucking, excuse my language. I searched the wrong term. So we just need to change it to our type of wheel at the slot here. That'll be 2-1. Now you'll notice the middle, which is going to be our rear, we're going to move that to the middle. And the reason we're doing that is we want to, because we've already got them wheels named, even though they're a rear of ours, because they're second in line. I'm going to stick with that nomenclature or naming convention of Bohemia there. Okay, now turn middle left and turn middle right, and wheel middle right. We're going to have to change them in our model config. Okay, and we're going to write a new model config because we're going to save this now as I'll save as truck B. Okay, truck B. Just for reference, look, if you look there, that's wheel 1, 2. It's already named there. We have a lot to do. We have a lot ahead of us. The sooner we set off. Now the wheel damper land 1 and 2 are the same, so we can leave them. What we'll do, we'll go straight now into here. I'll save as truck, just B truck. There should be config already in there, I don't know why. I'll move that further up here. Just save that off a minute. So whilst we're in here, the wheel 1, 2 now. Here is source, it's just changed. Just been revoked. The rotation is wheel middle left. Okay. So that's wheel 1, 2. Now, I'm just going to do something here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to change that to 1, 3 and you'll see why in a minute. But for now, oh, I wish I wouldn't do that. It's thick in there. I'll change that to middle left for 1, 2. Wheel back left we'll leave alone. Now wheel 2, 2 here. Mr. Desmond. I'm going to copy that. Paste it and we'll call that 2, 3. Again, you'll see soon enough why. And that turning, sorry, the animal rotation for that is wheel middle right. Okay, now as far as that's concerned, apart from moving everything, which we'll do shortly. For the model config, those wheels that we're going to move are okay now. Excuse me while I take a little drink. Sorry if it sounded like a big gulp. I'm trying not to breathe. I've done my settings. I know it were a bit Darth Vader, the last one. I apologise for that when I listened to it back. Hope it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Right, back into config. So the rears now are those 1.3s that we've just set. Okay, so 1.3 and 2.3, so that's good. So we've set them in the config. They're done. They're done. We just need to change the, oh god, how many times I'll do that in the freaking day. Just need to change that JAT wheel stuff there. Right off it there, didn't I? God, I think I just had a brain fucking moment, huh? JAT wheel 2.3. Let's check that's a simulation. It isn't, so there were one too many brackets there. It seems alright now. Yep. Right, that's the easy bit, isn't it, really? So we've got this new 1.3 there. So I need to add these new couple of slots, 1.3 and 2.3. I don't think it matters which one we copy, but it needs to take them now. One, 3, 2, 3. And I guess the spare will need to take the same slots. Save that up. Now we'll just go back to here. Actually, while I've got that copy, I need to go to attachments, don't I? No, wheel slots, sorry. You know what? I'll just copy these first. Get it, buddy. We need to add extra slots for the new wheels. 1.3, 1.3, 1.3, and 2.3, 2.3, 2.3. Okay, then the wheel itself will need, guess what? 1, 3, 2, 3. Wheel ruined, that's okay. Don't need to touch any doors. Don't need to add out to the base. Chuck A is not our thing, chuck B here. B attachments. So we'll add it in the GUI. When you press tab and see what the loot is, I'll add that there. Copy them now, make my job a bit easier. Go up here, add them in the attachments to the truck itself. Save that off. I think we're about done there for config. Just nip back here because we now need to make some of these hub to make there one. Shall we do it further down? Does it matter? It doesn't, but I mean, in terms of keeping an eye on things, it does. It's for cleanliness and what have you. 1 second, I might be copying the wrong one there. So we're going to be replacing 1, 2, not replace, duplicating 1, 2. So I'll just copy that there. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Now we're going to be duplicating 2, 2. So that's 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Save that off. Right. Okay, so I'm going to declare that as the easy bit. We just need to do one more thing in here. Just a B truck skeleton. Just B truck and just a B truck skeleton. Save that off. Did the animations earlier. I don't think we did dampers and stuff though, did we? Let's go with it. So we got the wheels done. Not steering them, we could do. So we'll go the thumb on my mouse, sorry. So we'll go damper 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Where's damper 2, 2, do you know? Well, we went right down there, didn't we? Damper 2, 3, sorted. Be a bit more fine out. We always do your axes in properly. I think I've done mine off the steering. You know, be a bit more in depth when you do yours. What I'm going to try and do, no promises, I'll put together a package where you can just grab a car off somewhere like Sketchfab. We'll have a template, and all you do is put it in Blender, get the separate parts out, name them, and then just move things around so you can get cars in like, you know, a couple of hours rather than a couple of days. That's no promise, like I say. Right, the model. How are we going to do this? Well, I'm going to copy some stuff here. I'm going to copy 2, 2 and 1, 2 for a start. I'm going to copy damper 1. Sorry, no, not damper 2, 2 and damper 2, 1 there. So basically I'm copying all that, really, when I think about it. Now I want to move that stuff. Now I'm just going to move it to the side, see what comes with us. Almost everything. Almost everything. Yeah, everything. So I'm going to move that about So I move the mud guards as well, this far. I'm going to copy that, then I'm going to move it. Aesthetically, this is not going to look good, obviously. Right, I'm going to move it -1. Okay. I'll create a new log. I'm going to paste the stuff that I copied, because I'm clever. I'm going to go into memory, and all the real axis for 2, 2 and 1, 2. Move those, -1. Over there. Now, I think this damper for those was using those two, wasn't it? You know, it looks like I kind of missed putting them axis in. Oh, they're using those. Look at the axis on them. Damper 2-1 uses 2-1 steering axis. Oh yeah, for now they're just using the front axis. Yeah, everybody's using the front axis. We're good there. Now we also need to, in the geometry, take those, move them forward. 1 -1. That's good. Fire geometry, take those and move them forward 1. -1, sorry. View geometry, everything associated. Forward. My voice is going, who would have thought that? Save that off. Right, so now all the wheels that were, is it going to say I've not got steam running? It was. Yes, we are recording. Sorry for drinking there. That was parched. Ooh, a bit of a whistle. See if we made any problems with the model config. Bulldozer will tell us. If your model ever crashes in game, open it up in Bulldozer, because Bulldozer will error where the game doesn't. It does error the game, of course, but when it doesn't make an error, often it's a config problem in the model config, and only Bulldozer crashes and reports that error. Right, so if we go here now, let's see if our wheels are okay still. Ooh, look at that mini wagon. So damper 2-3. Oh no, damper 2-2 is good. Wheel side plate, wheel damper 1-3-2 is good. Wheel middle right, yay. Wheel middle left, yay. So they are good. So now with these we need to rename damper 1-3, damper 2-3, hub 1-3, hub 3, wheel 1-3. You have to press enter in there. Now 3 and 4 just rename, put them there, put 4. to do it this way. Rename 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll call that 6. Call that 5. That's proxy 5 and 6. I don't think them numbers matter, and I think if you paste that back into the main LOD, it will automatically rename them anyway. But just in case it doesn't, be aware. Okay, so paste that back in the main LOD. That's gone back to where they were before. Delete that LOD. Go to memory. Get the wheel axis for 1, 2 and 2, 2. Copy those, new LOD, paste, and instead of moving them -1, we'll move them 1. Okay, change that to 1, 3 and 2, 3. Copy that to memory LOD, delete that, save. So now we want those here. We just want them directly into the fire geometry there. We've not done fire geometry yet, we're going to have to do that for damage. Okay, and then same in the view geometry, but we need 2 more of them there. So we'll make a new LOD, paste them, move them back 1, and well, we'll delete those 2 for now. Delete, get that's 1. Look at that, it's spelt wrong there, isn't it? 1, 3, 2, 3. Wow, just goes to show that. So put them in view geometry. Well, structure, topology, find components. We'll find that wheel 2. Where did that name come from? Oh, slot wheel, wasn't it? We'll name that correctly. Found components, didn't we? Let's just check. Last component should be that. Yep. Right. So now we just want 2 more damper lands. Copy them from there. Delete those. Delete empty. Paste. Move those 1 to the right. Delete those 2. That should be 1, 3, 2, 3. So reference these damper lands. These are the things that hit the ground, that make everything animate, collide, etc. with the ground, make the suspension. At the moment, all these 3 suspensions are based on an axis here, but we need to make axis here and here. I've obviously omitted them in the early stages, but what we'll do now, we'll just copy those. We don't want to lose train of thought. Structure, topology, find components. Now we've added an extra axle here, so we may have or may not have to add weight. Depends how it distributes. Like I said, there's no rocket science. If it goes crazy, we'll add some weight. I know we took 1/3 off 5,000 before, but I think all that really was guesstimating. So I'm just going to leave it and see what the error is, rather than try and cancel out any errors before we get there, you know what I mean? So bear in mind, we just added 13 kilos, which is not a lot. What I want to do now is, in the memory, I want to get that axis there, I want to get the steering wheel one. I want to get those there. Paste them in a new rod. I want to bring those over so they reflect. That'll be 1, 2. That'll be 2, 2. I'll get those. If this knackers the whole thing up, I do apologise, but suspension there. It is for 1, 2, isn't it? Right, so all them suspensions now will, in a moment. Have I copied them through to memory log yet? I haven't, but now I have. I'll call that 1, 3 and 2, 3. And I'll move them one back so they're somewhere near. Not convinced they're perfect, but they'll do. Right, in my eyes, we now have a bloody 6-wheeler called Just Be Truck. Yeah. Listen, let's pack that up and I'll see you in game, yeah? Okay. Oh, we didn't have a B out already, so let's see what that's about. Oh, we're gonna be in well, exactly. Fecking thing. Do you know, during this tutorial, has it ever gone smoothly? I feel like it's been quite good in terms of I mean, this one we are entitled to say it's experimental, but remember when I was babbling about if you don't get an error? So we try it, see if an error comes up. Syntax error. What's the betting? Oh, I actually was hoping it would do. So that's okay. So it's not a model config error. Just B truck. Make sure that's what I've called it. Just B truck. Right, I'll see you in game. It took frigging ages to get in game and all then. Okay, see if it's totally messed up. Silly thing. Got 3 hubs on it as well. Just slightly out because we're over the battery. Okay, no. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Sorry about that. So yeah, it's just aesthetics. The wheels are a bit close, so we could move that up, move the fuel tank and stuff, but I'm not here to show you how to create a perfect wagon truck. I'm here to show you how to create yours. That's Bohemia settings for the 6-wheeler, isn't it? You know, with the ratios we were doing the other day. That's vanilla. But yeah, we did it. We did it. See if that suspension looks better on the 2-wheel. Yeah, much better, much more independent. Well, we might as well try it on this one. I don't know how much we've got it allowing it to travel, to be honest, but it's just rubbish, isn't it? Default. I just don't know how Bohemia expect you to fucking drive. I mean, that's generous. And that's vanilla truck settings. So let's have a look down here. What did we do with ours? And that torque. It was on, was it on C or D that we went well? C, weren't it? Was nice. We'll get the engine and gearbox out of there. Just get the engine and gearbox out of there. That's on a drive thingy, isn't it? Yeah, shit up a minute. Clutch, torque, aerodynamics, brake, throttle, default, dip, turbo coefficient. It's a third. Well, we parse them through, so we use all them on the D anyway. So central diff 0.75. Bullshit. What's ours? Central diff is 2.1 and our other diffs are as well, and we've got a lot diff there. So that central diff there, it is locked, but it's at 0.75. You can fuck off. Right, on the front axle there isn't even a diff. There, 8.34. I'm afraid not. There's no diff on the rear. There is there, yeah, sorry, my fault. 2.1. On that front axle, is there a diff or not? Doesn't appear to be a front diff, does it? Let's go and try ours. Is that just because it's the steering diff? Yeah, we put a diff on ours, 2.1. Right, we'll try it without front diff, and I'll see you in game. We've made those changes to the torques, gear ratios, and differential down to 2.1. Okay, yeah, I'll see you in game. Okay, we're back in. See if we made any better or worse or what. 6-wheeler, bear in mind. So we haven't put that front. It's that gearbox. So our changes have made some vast improvements there. It's just I've left something in, but can you see the red lines disappeared in the engine? It's not diff locking on the front, is it? This is what I did with DBO surfaces, I'll be honest with you. Still very intrigued about that red line going past. Wonder if it did it before. Yeah, that's central diff lock. There. No, there's no differential on that front axis, is it now? Does it go under the wheel hub mounts? Yeah. No differential there, was there? Shall we give it a bit of red line or not? $640. It's extreme, innit, that? I think we'll up it there as well. 540, 560. No, we'll go 440, 460 there. Get some torques there. Just for this one, do I lower it down? Nah, leave it. Oh, we've really upped the ante on the torques on this B. But yeah, you see the front two, the rear two wheels were going, but the front weren't because they had no diff lock. In the real world, that probably makes sense, but we're playing a game here. We need to get places. One thing I'll do for the last bit of this, I'll take off DBO grip and DBO surface, and we'll see if it's better. It might be because we're doing what we're doing in DBO grip in the actual vehicle. Right, see you in game. Okay, we see if we've absolutely ruined it. We'll give it a chance. Look at that with the freewheeling, that must be that, what was it called? Rolling friction. Creating a monster. Got too much rolling power, that's you. Right, let's just test our man here. Were we dreaming? Trees are creaking, aren't they? Right, so what's that? That's a D. What's this one? It's just a truck in it, I think. So we'll get a C out. I think there's a C at top of the hill, I'll be honest with you. Excuse me. I want to see if we stop it here, we can ever get going again. Yep. See, we got it done. We got her done. I mean, it's a steep hill, isn't it, really? Where's the old six-wheeler main? Those wheels are really slipping, aren't they? Just want to check that see the rolling friction here, 4 and 2.5. See that rolling friction, I wonder if that is the lower you go the more it'll grip when it's in neutral. Anyway, forget that now. Maybe put a little bit more jip up there, didn't I? Maybe let me just see what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some weight. Just speed truck. Have some weight up here. I'm going to put 2000 on it. These wheels here, I'm going to 80 each. What's that? 80, 80, 16. 3 16s, people. Is that 48? 480 kilos. Alright, so I've got a total of 310. Let's see what happens there. See you in game. Okay, well, we have left him in a bit of a pickle. Well, if we get it out today, I'm just going to call it a win. Oh. Can you remember what we did? This is supposed to be 6-wheel drive. Better off with 4. Front wheels that fell off the ground. Let's have a look at them front wheels. I don't think that suspension's coming down far enough for one. I think there's too much torque. I think that's what the problem is with the gearbox. Going through that back wheel. I do think there is a bit too much torque. I'll bring that down to 440, 340, 360. So we'll just bring that torque down. The gearbox. Six is too much. I'm going to 4 is second seems about right, but we'll leave it at 3 and put that at 2 because it really did. Leave that at 1.35. Weight seemed okay. Make sure the differential's locked there. It's locked there. Are they supposed to be open? They're not. That's locked. Oh, how many have I got? How many differentials did I have there? We've got central diff is locked. I think that might be open, you know, but we'll check. Front 2.1, middle 2.1, rear 2.1. Check it down here. It's open there, isn't it? So the differentials open, but in ours just a B, just a BH, locked, open, then open. Those were locked, weren't they? Lock that one. So there's a lot of fucking about we could do here. But right, I'll see you in game. Wish I hadn't messed really with those torques, but anyway, the old track up. Of course, I'll have to do all this for the other, but it won't take me long now that I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's try that 0.4 and I'll see you in game. Just wonder if we really are making this fit that hill, aren't we? 1.4. So that's minus on the way down. Right. Aye. I have to wonder if that should be -1 as well. That could be minus, and then at note. Yeah, we'll try that at 9 at -4. I'm going to elongate that last gear as well. There, what is it? 0.5, 0.6, 0.6, 0.6 there, right? And then this one here, is it speed? Minimum value 30, speed, oh yeah. There we go. 80 now, won't we? Or do you think we'll go 90? Right, you can go 90. Angle 1 equals 0.2, something like that. Right, I'll see you in game for the piece of shit. do what I just bragged about. So if I put that I indeed get those two there, I move them down, I move them down to there, that should shift that now, and then 0.6 times that should be even smaller maybe. If I get those two there now, sorry, 3. Make sure it says, come on man, 6 points selected there. I'll move them up to there now, rather than change them numbers. I might have to make this video all again because it's so bloody broken. Okay, so these may be well and truly buried under the ground now, or in the arse of the body. We haven't changed them numbers, remember, we just moved the offset points. Okay, so obviously I moved it a little bit too much, but you see how that does move it on its own like that? I mean, you're going to have to do all this yourself, you know that, don't you? Move it by numbers or move it by model. I mean, I'll be honest with you, if I just move that back a little bit now to about there, it's going to be perfect, believe me. Yeah, I don't need to show you, do I? I will do, don't worry. So what happens if you make that mistake? Can you get in and drive it? You notice now our wheels are starting to react a lot better as well, with the humps and bumps. So I'll save that, I'll go back in, it's going to be a lot better than it were, for sure. Let's see you back in game. Okay, so decided to wipe the server just in case it was messing. Ooh, just shy, but you know the crack now. I'm gonna say perfect, you're gonna call me a fibber, but and that's how you adjust that. Because we're on the beach, it's slightly sunk in. Go over there. Good. It's stuck there, right? We won't break it. We'll just get another one and move it. to adjust them as well, don't I? That's your job. I'm not doing that. No bloody way. Fix that, but I'm leaving that to you as well. That's where it'll stay for some time. I hope you enjoyed all that. Bye bye.